Okay, thank you very much. Two aspects of this quick chat. The first one is about the 79-80 premiership, which was the second one in a row. The previous year we bowled first, got the opposition out for 140, passed them 4 down. So a heck of a lot of people didn't get it back. We had an enormous batting side, fabulous batting side, but didn't need it in the first of the Platinum era. Apropos that, the semi-final we passed the opposition 3 down. So a lot of people not getting a hit. A lot of good players. Merriman didn't get a hit after Christmas. The only Wells brother that was playing in that side didn't get a hit after Christmas. And so the second year we came up with, we're playing Geelong West. And I want to pass on a story about the current Geelong West. Last week, the captain of Geelong West won the toss and batted. They're in one of the lower divisions at the minute, but Geelong West are one of the sides that actually hated us less than most of the other sides hated us. So we've got on well with them. So I keep in touch with a couple of the West blokes. The captain of West last week won the toss, batted, 2 centres please, looked around the field, cut the ball behind point, ran a single, got run out going back for his second, so he made a golden one. You don't hear of many golden ones. Also, the fact that we were playing Geelong West that day, we were playing at South Barwon in the grand final of the 79-80. Absent friends, John Mulroyan, a life member here, was the umpire that day. We played at South Barwon, which was renowned for being the trampoline that year. Lots and lots of bounce in the wicket. I remember talking to Graham Ross and Damien de Grande, who were the 2 best quicks in the town by a mile. And in one match, they both got 7 for 21. So 7 for 21 in a game, each of 2. I did ask them, however, how many wickets they got in the grand final, and they didn't get any. So that's a pity. I got 6. Got to be in the grand final, haven't you? Okay, we made 380. We batted first, made 380. Mick got 101. Towed it up pretty early, just decided to give someone else a hit. Lunch must have got a roughie. John Clark got 30 odd. Ken got 70. Both the Wells brothers made 50, and if Alan had played, 3 of us would have made 50. We then bowled, and they weren't up to it. We got them out for 140, so, 380 plays 140. It was a pretty good result. I just want to then go past that match. That's 2 in a row. Important things that had happened that year were Ken Davis came into the club. Paul had gone down to the seconds to captain, and we had Mark Brown as a keeper. And we can talk about our batting and our bowling, but our fielding was exceptional. We hardly dropped anything. Mark was a magnificent keeper. I see worse wicket keepers on the tally every year, no doubt. I don't know how many times Muriel's heard me say, Kid would have got it, Brownie would have got that, Kid wouldn't have missed that. And Chris in slips, Stephen in slips, Ken Davis in slips. We never dropped a catch. It's quite fantastic. So we had all aspects of the game done. Ken Davis came in with new ideas on how we'd be best prepared. And certainly we were well prepared ahead of the rest of the team, the rest of the competition. And it was quite fantastic. So if I can skip past that grand final, which was, really... Oh, sorry, we made 380. The rules of the game then were you could bat for 135 overs. Now it's 85. They changed those rules because we were the only side that could bat 135. So we batted a couple of times, batted 135, out of the road, you blokes. We're changing the rules. So what? Didn't matter. I'll now go through the fact that in those 6 grand finals, the Platinum era, only once did the opposition score 200. So we're famous for our batting. Chris and Mick, clearly the best 2 batsmen in the town, then followed probably by Ken, and then could have been Steve and Ian Mathis and John Clark. They're all terrific bats. And even if they failed, not in grand finals, but we had Mark Brown, Tim Ludowick, Bob Merriman, people who could bat down, and they fought and carried us through. And the same happened with our bowling. If someone wasn't bowling well, you could just throw the ball to someone. I spoke with Chris yesterday about it, and just a matter of getting the ball in your hand, really, if you wanted a wicket, you'd get it. So in the 6, no one made 200 against us other than 1 game. And we won that by 120 anyhow. Only once, never did we make less than 300 when we batted first in the grand finals. So if you want to extrapolate that, and give me a bit of licence here, If we batted second, the number of wickets we would have lost to pass the opposition's scores, even though we batted first and put on heaps and heaps and heaps, and really it was just to give everyone a hit. We were 4 down, would have been 4 down in the first game, 3 down in the second premiership, 5 down in the third, 5 down in the fourth, 4 down in the fifth, and 3 down in the sixth, which is an enormous domination, just a massive, massive domination. What it meant, and part of the preparation that Ken and the other leaders in the club put in, was that the good players played really well in the finals. I've mentioned who made the runs in that game. We got West out for 138. They really didn't go too well. BJ got a wicket or two. Stephen's brother got 6 for.
No, I didn't.
You would have. So really, I just like you to wrap your head around that grand final plus the 6, the domination, and it was just a terrific side, a really good side. The players who went to Country Week made runs. Chris made 80 against Pakistan with Imran Khan bowling. Hit that little smart-ass Javed Mandan into Mirabel Street. Has he told you that one, Huey? Yes, Dad. All right, so that's the Platinum era, because I'm really pleased to be part of the history here. Not only was the Platinum era a great side, it was a great club. And if you look at the centenary board we had, a lot of the administrators from that time got in the best of the 100 years. Don Royce, Paul Anderson, Bob Merriman, Graham Chisholm, all ran the club brilliantly from behind, and all we did was go out and play cricket, and most of the time played it bloody well. So thanks.
Good on you, good.